What is up, YouTube? Sam from Nebula X here with our next war recap video. And for all my subscribers, I got a big boost in them this week, and came in part due to the clan that we went up against earlier this week, and it was AllClashNews. So as you can see on the screen there, X taking the loss in this one. It was actually a tied score, 66 or 67 to 67. I'm sorry, but as you can see, AllClashNews getting us on total destruction by just about 2%. So great job to the guys over at AllClashNews. The guys were absolutely class acts. It was, a great war, very, very competitive, came all the way down to the end. I'm going to hop into the war events here in just a second and let you guys see that. But the guys were, they were great. We had one of them come over, talk to us after. It was great. I went over there, was really well received. So thank you to the guys over at AllClashNews, for taking the time talking with me. Was really happy to see that you guys have been checking out the YouTube channel, and wish you guys absolutely great success in the future. Hopefully we're going to be able to get together and mix it up again sometime soon in the future. And so let's go ahead and hop into this one. Like I said, guys, it was very, very close war. So as you can see, AllClashNews using the majority of their attacks, just leaving one on the board. For X, a little bit uncharacteristic for us. We did have one player was struggling with some internet connections, so missed both attacks. And then we did leave one Town Hall 9 attack on the board that maybe could have gotten it done for us. But let's hop into the war details. And as you can see, pretty even on 3 stars, 17, 17, 8, 8 on the 2 stars. So just those last couple of attacks that were not there. But hopping into the war events, let's take a look at what went down in the last 10 minutes of this war. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 attacks in the last 10 minutes of the war. So this one was absolutely a slobber knocker. It came all the way down to the end. So great job to both clans. I know there's a lot of coordination going on both sides, and everyone picking up a lot of stars down the end that ended up getting it tied up, as you can see. Just great job to everybody. I want to say real quick, I'm sorry to Basketball Evan. They're number 22. As you can see, that's me dropping down, hitting a Town Hall 8. That was very, very uncharacteristic for me, especially that late in the war. So, overall, I think, we talked about this with the other guys, and I think, our Town Hall 8s, we really outplayed them at the Town Hall 8 level, and our Town Hall 9s just couldn't step up and get it done this war. And the percentage matchup that it came down to, let's check out, what they did to our bases. As you can see, there's a lot of Town Hall 9 2 stars. They are putting up some very nice Town Hall 9 triples on our bases. But let me show you guys some of these percentage points to what it came down to here. So checking out our boy Finrod, look at them put 95%, so great attack. On my base, a 99% heartbreaker to Judd over there, and as well on Bobby, a 99% heartbreaker to Pink Floyd. So those 3 attacks definitely pushing it in their favor. Let's check out what we did on the X side. Obviously, putting up a triple on their top base, and then just struggling with a couple of the Town Hall 9s. Again, some very, very close attacks on their number 3. Demi-Eyes putting up 97% on their number 5. Mud putting up a 90% 2-star. And a couple more triples are in there. And this was the one right here. This was at the end of the war. This is the very last attack of the war. And Nate put up a 98% 2-star. So if that attack had just gone our way, would have given us the advantage. So great job to the guys over there. They had some really, really nice bases. And like I said, I think we outplayed them a little bit at Town Hall 8. So we were able to get everything at the bottom cleaned up with my ridiculous bully attack down again. And like I said, I apologize for that, Evan. So let's go ahead and hop into a couple of replays on this one. Wanted to obviously definitely give these guys some credit. They did a fantastic job. So let's start off right at the top. Our number 1, Damon, going in on their number 1, Coco 2.0. And Damon going to be doing this one with a max attack. So in just a second, going to see some golems going down, backed up. Excuse me. Backed up with some wizards, get that funnel created. Then it's going to use those earthquake spells to get him into the core of this base. take out the enemy clan castle, get 2 air defenses, and the queen taken care of. So here come the golems, here come the heroes, making sure that everything funnels its way in. A dragon and a balloon pop. There goes the the heal spell, the rage spell, and the poison spell. So all of the spells always used on the front end on these max attacks. So as you can see there goes the clan castle, the enemy queen has gone down, and here goes both air defenses at the same time. From there, free to send in the lava hounds using a nice long deployment on these lavas, making sure that they have time to soak up as many traps as possible, as well as pop any Teslas, and then just targeting in some balloons behind it. So that first lava hound eats up multiple air bombs, so it goes down very quickly, but those balloons are already on top of it. Uses a haste spell, going to push them in to that air defense. It goes down. The last lava hound comes down, and it's going to soak up the remainder of those traps. All these balloons are just coming in. They're all meeting up right here on this last air defense. And as you can see, this base is already being almost completely taken out. So a very, very nice raid. Just 2 defenses left standing here, and that is going to do it for this one. So we'll start to fast forward through this. Obviously, those balloons have a pretty long travel time. It does get a little bit of a nice split. Only a few pups, but plenty to get this one done. So nice job to our boy Damon, setting the tone at the top for us. All right, and like I said, we struggled in the middle here, so we're actually going to drop a ways down, all the way down to number 12, Pink Floyd, and our boy Knife. So this brand new to the clan, so welcome. I know he's joining us from the Netherlands, and he's going to be doing this, a suicide dragon to get the enemy queen taken care of, so it drops down those 2 dragons, and then they are going to move in, lock in on her, and quickly take her out right here. Same time while that's going on, some quake spells to open up this base, really open up the core of it. And as you can see, got queued up a Ghola. So 2 golems come in out of the clan castle, maybe just missed that drop on that 1 max golem. As you can see, it's taken a nice long walk for him over towards that mortar, but is going to be able to wall break his way in and move into the core of this base. So as soon as that happens, ready to go ahead. He's got a nice wide funnel created. A couple of hogs go down on some of the distracted defenses, and then in just a second here come all of those redheads. They're going to start making their way into the core of the base. Now he is pretty much relying on the queen here to get in there, take out that clan castle. Does go ahead and double poison down that dragon and those balloons, really slow down everything, because that is the major threat to those Valks as they start to work their way through this base. And as you can see, only a couple of them left, but both expos are locked on to the golem. So they are running around doing a very nice job. Goes ahead, pops the king ability. At the same time, a few hogs are making their way in from the 9 o'clock position. And then that miniature Tesla farm here pops. And thankfully, his golem is going to get in range of that and handle the bulk majority of that now. Rest of the hogs coming in from 9 o'clock wasn't able to get that archer tower down initially, and does trigger a single bomb there. The remainder of his hogs come in while that Tesla farm is distracted, drops a heal spell down, and that is pretty much going to do it for this base. Has plenty of hogs left, has 1 more heal left in the bag. Goes ahead, pops the queen ability. Maybe a little bit early on that, could have waited till he got over towards that expo. But overall, a very nice job. Uses that last heal spell as everything meets up on these last couple of defenses. They are in range of the king. So he is going to have just a little bit of an issue there, but thankfully his queen gets there. She's going to get on him as well with those hogs also on him, and that is going to be it. Very nice job. Cleanup was underway the entire time, so not very much for the hogs to do at the end of this one. So great job. Welcome to the clan. And I'm excited to see what you do for the remainder of your time here. All right, let's drop down 1 spot. Our boy Pierre, and he is back at it again, doing it with the Ghola Attack. This has been his bread and butter for the last couple of months here. So going to go ahead, bring this one shattered. So 2 golems go down, a couple of wizards in behind, get this funnel created nice and wide for him. Has a jump spell, going to get him access to the enemy queen, as well as 2 air defenses here in just a second. So a few wall breakers go in. Unfortunately thought he had a wall breaker fail there. Did have a couple extra ones. So he's going to be able to get in here. And as all of that's going on, the enemy clan castle is coming out. Goes ahead, drops down 2 poison spells. Rages up his king, but has not put that jump spell down early enough. So unfortunately, the enemy queen did snipe down his king. So needed to go ahead and put this jump spell down. Still does not have the jump spell down. Finally gets it down. But at this point, his golems have actually beat through the wall. So sort of a waste spell in that case. So need to get that down just a little bit quicker to make sure that his king can do what he is supposed to do here. Now, thankfully, those golems are out in front doing a lot of tanking for the queen, so no issues there. And going ahead, sending in these 2 lava hounds at the first air defense, a couple of targeted balloons in behind, a rage spell goes down. That's going to push all of those balloons through these defenses, as well as push them onto that air defense very quickly. 1 lava hound, it looks like, has already gone down. The second one is on low health. It is going to soak up, I think, nope, not going to soak up any other traps. But that last lava hound gets on top of that air defense. Balloons working their way around. He's got another rage spell in the bag. Probably not going to be necessary here. Last air defense goes down, and just a swarm of balloons making their way to the end here. Unfortunately, they are grouped up on that wizard tower, but it is a little bit lower of a level, so it's not going to matter too much. Gets to the last compartment where all of these defenses are, but there are no threats left in the space to the balloons. Got a very nice split on the pups here. They're all over the place, and the balloons are going to finish right next to some high HP storages, which is always a good bet in these raids. So very nice job. Beautiful raid to our boy Pierre. And, keep rocking it with the Ghola, as well as, everything else that you're doing at Town Hall 9. So, all right, on to the next one. Drop down one more spot. And it's going to be our boy Turbo Fry going in on their number 14, Sarah. And Turbo going to be doing this with the bread and butter of all Town Hall 9s. Not using any Valks, just going in with the Goho. So, drops in those golems. Wizards in behind, get this funnel created nice and wide. Not sure if he has another golem in the clan castle here. He may, or there may be some hogs that come out of this clan castle. I can't remember on this one. I'm running a couple of days behind, so I've seen all these replays, a few days ago. But everything working its way into the core of this base. Drops a beautiful poison spell down. Gets both of the king and the queen, as well as all of those troops coming out of the clan castle. Looks like some max Valkyries and wizards have come out of the CC. Uses a beautiful jump spell. Gets him right into this Testa farm. Those Valks going to absolutely annihilate that. And then continue to move through the core of this base. So as all of that goes on, uses a very nice surgical deployment on his hogs here. Targeting lots and lots of defenses. And they're just ripping their way through the core of this base. And then everyone is going to meet up here inside of this heal spell. So beautiful job on the hog deployment on this one. The last few hogs go in, is able to single trigger a double giant bomb there, and that is going to do it for this base. There is just not enough. So it is GG at this point. Beautiful raid, Turbo. Last heal spell goes down. Probably wasn't even necessary at that point. But that is going to do it for that one. So nice job, Turbo, on that raid. That was a beautiful, beautiful deployment on those hogs. And single triggering that bomb, so completely negating it and getting the other one with his kill squad. So just a couple of more buildings here, and that will be the end of this one. And there it is. Great job. All right, guys. So let's hop down. We're going to do a little bit of Town Hall 8 action. All right, do not want to leave out our Town Hall 8s in this one. And the first one is going to come courtesy of our boy Z. So another newbie to the clan, but doing it big on his first war and doing this one with a Goho on Pez HQ. So drops down the hog, gets the easy lore here. Balloons and wizards come out of there. Goes ahead, drops down his golem in the back, uses a poison spell to slow down all of the incoming damage. As those wizards get on, goes ahead, drops in a couple of wall breakers there. Gonna get this opened up. And probably needs to go ahead and drop in the second golem here. A couple of more wall breakers. So a lot of wall breakers in this raid, opening up multiple sections here. Unfortunately, the enemy king is aggroing on here. So those wizards are going to actually be able to take him down while he is distracted, beating down his golem. But is not going to get much use out of that golem. Some max hogs come out of the clan castle there. And they are making their way in. Now, interesting choice here to send in the hogs so early. Obviously, using a Goho attack like this, the entire purpose of using the golems is to get in there and trigger a lot of these bombs. And as you can see, the hogs in the core eating first a single bomb there, and then able to kind of path around the other ones here, because these hogs are going to work their way around the outside of the base where all the defenses are. And really nice deployment on the hogs here, just kind of reinforcing as they work their way around the outside of this base here. Has a couple of hogs still left in the bag. The last heal spell goes down as everyone is on these, this high density area of defenses. And that is pretty much going to do it for this one. So while those golems didn't get a lot of use in this raid, the deployment of the hogs really, really saved them on this. Did a beautiful, beautiful job on that, and was able to just get in here and smash this base down. So great job to our boy Z. Welcome to the clan, and welcome to YouTube. So hopefully, you keep doing this for us at the Town Hall 8 arena. All right, we'll move down one spot. Check out our boy Aiden going in on their number 19, doing this one with a Ghola, so a Town Hall 8 Ghola. So this looks like a variation of the white flag base, I think is what it's called. But Aiden going to go in, send in the golems, drop in a couple of wizards in behind. They're just there to take out some of the trash, pretty much just opening a nice runway for his Valks to run down. As you can see, the Quake's going down. That's going to get him access all the way into the core of the base. Now, if this had been me, I probably would have gone with the Ghola. Being able to get all the way to the core of this base, drop down some rage spells and a heal spell in the core. All of those air defenses are going to go down quickly, and then just, target in the balloons behind. But Aiden choosing to do it with a very nice Ghola. So everything in the core is being annihilated, of course, because of those Valks. And now the hogs are just going to run around the outside of this base and rip apart all of the defenses. And they're being followed up by the king and a couple of Valks, so they're going to clean up all of the trash while the hogs start to work around the base. So this was just a very, very nice job. As you can see, the Valks finally starting to rip through the back end of this. Golems triggering all of the bombs, so the hogs are in no danger whatsoever. They are going to take a glancing blow from that bomb there. A couple of them are going to go down, and unfortunately, because they are getting into that wizard tower, the rest of the hogs are going to go down. But because he deployed his hogs and the king and the Valks were following behind them, they're going to be able to rip through and finish all the cleanup on this base. So great job to Aiden. Pops the king ability there, as you can see, and the last building is going to go down here. So beautiful raid. I really, really liked it. Nice choice on where to send in those hogs. And can't say much more about that one. All right, one more for you guys, and it is going to come courtesy of our girl Mudhen. And she is doing this with a Ghola. So again, this is a really, really nicely designed base for a Town Hall 8. Definitely anti-3-star style. But Hen going to go ahead, drop in a couple of hogs, get the lore taken care of. Had to invest a little bit there. And then another hog just to make sure that everything gets out of that clan castle. There is a witch in there. No poison spell because, again, is bringing the quake spells to allow his Valks to move through this base. So just going to have to deal with them old-fashioned style. Drops down the king, a couple of wizards. And as all of those troops get bunched up, if you can get the wizards on them, it's pretty much over at that point. Now needs to go ahead and get the Valks moving their way in. Does have wall breakers, but did not choose to deploy them there. So as you can see, his golem pretty much got beat down by that enemy clan castle. But a lot of the Valks moving their way into the core of this base. So that's pretty much all you can ask for. Believe we're about to see some of the bombs going off here in the core. Really nice job on the hog deployment. Just a surgical deployment, only about 10 or so hogs to get this one done. But goes ahead, pops his king ability here, and a heal spell goes down for his hogs on this back end. They are going to eat a double giant bomb there, so that is the end of them. But fortunately, he has a lot of Valkyries coming around the outside of this base, so a lot of cleanup to do just for these Valks. Does have enough time to get it done, and I really, really like that. So because he didn't use those wall breakers in the beginning, does have them at the end, makes getting those Valks into the core of this base just that much easier. And as you can see, it is going to be a very, very tight one. Only about 3 Valks left and some archers. One Valk is there on the Town Hall right now. So just a couple of buildings left to go here. Does not have any more wall breakers, so just going to have to let the Valks beat through. Of course, they're targeting 2 different sections of the wall, so they do finally get in, get that gold storage taken care of, and the archers are able to snipe down that last Dark Elixir collector. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. I wanted to try to bring a whole bunch of attacks. Definitely wanted to give these guys a shout out and to give them, the spotlight that they deserve. In fact, you know what? Let's hop back over to our side and, you know what? Just out of courtesy to how good these attackers were and, how much fun and how classy this war was, let's go ahead and show Judd's hit on my base in this one. Now, it was just a 2-star. It was very, very close. But as you can see, Judd hopping in, dropping a couple minions down. Going to get a little bit of a funnel created here. There is some potential for that at the top. So Judd bring in a Ghola Attack, really heavy on the Valkyries on this one. And nice level heroes, double jump, and the heal spell. So drops down those golems. Going to get once that funnel is nice and created, established well, going to go ahead and send in a couple of wall breakers. Now, right there, that could have been one spot where I could have improved. Dropping one small bomb on the outside there definitely would have prevented that. So did not send in a test wall breaker first, so would have had a little bit of a wall breaker fail there. Probably would not have slowed him down in this case. But the first jump spell goes in. All those Valks coming in. My clan castle is out. The Valks are going to get in there and absolutely rip through that in just a second. His king ability goes off there and, has that second jump spell down, and that's going to get his king and all of those Valks into the queen compartment. So as soon as she aggroes one Valk, a bunch of them are going to come over there. They're going to smack her down. And that is the end of my queen. So, yeah. That heal spell, a little bit off there. Not too many of the Valks were left at that point, so not a huge value in that case. A couple of hogs are down, but is losing them to spring traps. Only had, I think, about 8 or 10 of them in this case. And then right here, there's my little trap. I have a Tesla farm on the outside there, and that is a big danger zone when the hogs get down to that point. And I always bank on people not having that heal spell because there is just so much incoming damage in that little corner there. Now, his queen, unfortunately, she's stuck on a wall, her favorite target. She gets that builder hut, and then she's going to work her way around the outside. And does have a couple of troops left over, still 2 wizards and an archer in the bag, as well as the poison spell, which obviously isn't going to do very much. But as we can see, with the king and the Valks moving down here towards the bottom, as well as the queen, the problem building is going to be right up here in this dark barracks. It is on the inside. Unfortunately, or no, it's not that one. It's this gold storage here. So the queen, she's not going to be able to reach it from the outside. The king not going to have time to beat his way back in. And that is going to be the one that does him in. So queen does start taking a damage, pops the ability, is able to get it done. The king beats his way through the wall. The last really defenses are done. The Valkyrie and the king decide to turn around and go the wrong way. And that is going to do it. There's the heartbreak for Judd. But, overall, it was a great raid. Just one more second, or not one more second, but, a little bit of tweaks, and that one definitely would have been a 3-star. I totally understood why they left it on the board. All those high percentage attacks that just didn't make it, that's what gave them overall the win in this one. So, great job to both clans in this one. Tough loss for us at X, but we're going to bounce back, obviously. And great job to the guys at AllClash. We hope to see them in the future. Wish you guys success in the future. But that is going to do it for this recap, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Sam. Peace. Give it to you. Come on. First we gonna rock, then we gonna roll, then we let it pop, don't let it go. Come on. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.